Are you wondering how to go about creating your first blog in under 15 minutes? Then you are at the right place, as I'm going to teach you in under 15 minutes how can you go about creating a beautiful looking blog for yourself. Hey everyone, it's Sushant Arora, the founder and CEO of In-Class Learning. A very warm welcome to each one of you to the 6th lesson of this free digital marketing course. If you haven't gone through the 5th lesson as yet, you can easily go through it by clicking on the I button over here. Consider hitting the red button to subscribe to the channel and as well as hit the bell icon so you don't miss any videos in the future. Now let's jump right in. So now we are in the back end of our WordPress website. Creating a blog post is something which is very easy. I'm going to just walk you through a simple step-by-step process with the help of which you can create and post your first blog. Now the first step that you need to do is to click on this post section, go to all posts. Here WordPress is going to show you a list of all the blog posts that you have published so far. Alright, so in order to create a new one, all you need to do is to click on this add new button. Now as you can see, WordPress has automatically created a web page for me and I'm going to edit that. I'm going to add a lot of elements to this blog post. But first off, I'm going to give it a title. Let's give it a title something as social media marketing. Now how to add elements to your blog post? Click on the I button which is visible over here to add blogs. Click on browse all. You can choose out of these elements and you can display every single thing you want to. You can display an image, you can display a carousel, a gallery, a quote, a list, accordion, alert, tweet, heading, code, etc. Let's add a column. I'm going to click on this. Now it is asking me to select one of the variants that it has. If I select this, only one column is going to be there. If I select this, I can have two columns. If I select this, I'll have two columns but with different widths. I can select this one as well. I can select this one if I want to show three columns and show different things in all those three columns. But right now I'm going to go with this one 50-50, which looks good to me. So I'm going to click on this. Now as you can see, there are two plus buttons which signifies the two columns that I chose. Click on the plus button and you can go to browse all and you can show anything you want to. Let's select a list which I would like to display over here. And now you can write something as social media marketing course. Get certified in 30 days. Deserving students will get an opportunity to intern with us. Now I can click on this plus button, go to browse all. I can choose to add anything. Let's add a heading over here. Social media marketing course. Alright. You can click on this H2 option and you can change the heading level as well. If you click on H1, the size of the heading is going to be even more larger. Alright, so as you can see, the size is now a bit larger. If you go to H6, the size is going to be decreased. So that's the thing. Let me come back to H1. So it's looking pretty nice. Now to add more elements to it, all I need to do is to click on this plus button. Now click on browse all. Now let's add a line. That means a divider sort of thing which is going to divide this column, this section to the other section of the blog post. So let's add this one and I'm going to just drag it over here. Alright. Now if I want to change the style of this HR, which is the divider line, all I need to do is to click on this, go to settings tab, scroll down a bit and now you can see there are multiple styles available over here. I can choose to display a line. Now it's not a dotted line, as you can see. I can choose to display a full width line, which seems good to me. Scroll down a bit and you can also change the height in pixels. Alright, let's keep it as 50 only. You can click on color settings to change the color. I'm gonna switch to this color. This seems cool to me. Alright, so this is how the things are done. Now to add another thing, I can click on add blog, go to browse all. Now let's add social profiles. So you can click on this social profiles and as you can see, Now if I click on this, I can easily add the link to my Facebook page over here. I can add the link to my Twitter account over here. I can add the link to my Instagram page over here, Pinterest over here, LinkedIn, YouTube, and so on and so forth. So when somebody would come to my blog and they would click on these buttons, they are going to be redirected to those web pages of mine. Alright, so this is how the things are done. As of now, I am not adding any links to it. You can click on plus again, you can click on browse all, you can select any number of things. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a form to it. You might have seen whenever you go through a blog, there is one thing that is common in all the blogs. You're going to notice when you scroll down at the end of the blog, there is going to be a form which would allow you to submit your feedback, maybe allow you to comment, and so on and so forth. So having a form in place in a blog is of utmost importance. So you can search for form, click on form. I'm going to click on skip for now. And as you can see, the form is here. If I click on this, I can make it a required field. If I click on this, I can make it a required field as well. It's already one. I can click on this one. And if I want to change the text of this button, I can just click on it, change the text to something like submit. Alright, so now the form is over here and you can add n number of elements in this way by just clicking on this plus button, and you can choose any number of elements out of all these available options that are available to you. You can add a carousel, you can add a collage, a file, features and all of that stuff. You can also add a map and all of that stuff. So lots and lots of things to choose from. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to click on publish button, and the moment I click on publish, this blog post is going to be published. So let's click on publish. Click on publish again. And now as you can see, the post has been published. So the post has been published successfully. But now there is one more thing over here that I'd like to tell you. Go to the settings part, go to post, scroll down, and you're going to notice in the permalink section something as URL slug. Now what is a URL slug? It is the last part of the URL which is definitely going to affect the SEO of your website. So getting it right is of utmost importance, and that's why it is important that you add your primary keyword in the URL slug. So let's say if my primary keyword is social media marketing, I'm going to have my URL slug something as social media marketing. And now you're going to notice I have separated all the words with the help of a hyphen. Now what does that signify? A hyphen basically makes the URL look more readable. The people can easily go through it, and Google officially recommends you to add hyphens in between the words because it affects the readability and in turn affects the SEO score of your website. So it's very important from SEO perspective as well. So make sure you are adding your primary keyword into it, and as well as you are separating the words with the help of hyphens. So let's click on view post now to look at all the changes that we have made so far. And as you can see in the URL slug, social media marketing. Alright, so as you can see, the blog is already here, heading is here, and the points are here, the list is here, the heading is here, and the form is already here. I can type in my name, I can type in my email, I can type in the message, and then I can click on submit. And the line is over here. Alright, you can add 100 of elements to make your blog attention grabbing. But there is one thing that you are going to notice over here, and that is the social profile buttons are not visible, and that is due to the reason that I haven't added any links to all these buttons. So for them to be visible, I need to add the links. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some of it. So I'm going to click on update, come back to it, refresh the page, scroll down, and now you can see the Facebook button is over here. Alright, so once I add the link to all these profiles, every single button is going to be shown over here. And if I click over here, it's going to straight away take me to facebook.com. So this is how you can easily create and publish your first blog post. Now, like I've told you multiple times before as well, that a website is nothing but a collection of web pages. Now, if there is a need for you to make a new page, that in turn is very, very easy. All you need to do is to go to the pages section, click on all pages. Herein you're going to notice a list of all the pages that are currently a part of my website, which is examplesite.in. So if I want to create any new page, all I need to do is to click on this add new button. And now, as you can see, WordPress has created the web page for me. Now I need to add elements, I need to add title, I need to make changes to it, and the changes are going to be done in a very similar way like we did back with the blog part. So now you can click on this plus button, click on browse all, and you can choose any number of elements out of a lot of elements available to you. You can choose to display a heading, paragraph, highlight, list, code, click to tweet, anything. You just need to click on that thing and that thing is going to be there. Like if I click on list, you can add a list. Similarly, you can click on this I button. I want to add a form, I can add a form. Alright, click on this skip, and again you can add n number of elements. You can add anything, lots and lots of options available to you. You can add a carousel, which is going to be a slideshow of images, alright, which is a very prominent thing in e-commerce websites, especially your product-based websites. You can add a gallery, you can add a cover, you can add a file, you can add a video, you can add anything that you want to. So this is how you can create a web page and add elements to it. It is very, very similar to the way like we did back with blog. And once you are done, all you need to do is to click on the publish button. So like that, you can also create a blog very easily, and that too in under 15 minutes. To watch the course right from the start, click on the I button over here. Follow us on Instagram to dominate the digital marketing arena, the link to which is given in the description below. In the next lesson, we are going to be starting off with email marketing, wherein I'm going to be teaching you how to create, design and run email campaigns like a pro. And if you're really enjoying the course, do not forget to subscribe and like. I'll see you in the next video. Have an amazing day.